For the first 2 years of the company, employees joked on their reviews that the thing they wanted to add to the office was a cold brew tap. So we finally got the tap, and what they said in their reviews is this will make us more productive because we'll be so caffeinated. Now, I don't think it's actually done that, but there are a ton of ways that you can be instantly more productive in your business. So let's talk about them.
You've got to build your business around your life and not your life around your business.
Business ads are going to sell you a fake lifestyle of supercars and fancy mansions.
You can get a business up and running really quickly.
Okay, so how can you make your company instantly more productive? Now, the first tip that I always give is that instead of delegating, you think delegating is a good thing, but most people delegate tasks. They give a handful of tasks to someone to complete, and when the person gets through that list, what do? They come back to you to ask for more tasks. So if you're delegating tasks, you're not making less work for yourself. Maybe in the short term you are, but you're making more burden on yourself to come up with those tasks. And that's why people don't delegate, is because it takes longer to come up with a list of tasks than it does to just do them yourself. So if you're having that problem, the first thing you can do is to delegate responsibilities in your business and not tasks. So what that looks like is tell someone, here's what your job is, here's the result of your job, here's why you were hired, here's what you're gonna own in the business, and then you don't need to babysit them to do those tasks and keep giving them lists of stuff to do. So first, delegate responsibilities, don't delegate tasks. Next thing I've learned is that when you can restrict your schedule almost artificially, you can force yourself to be more productive, and this works for everyone in your business. So the way I do it, I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids, I take my son to preschool some days. This morning, went and dropped him off, and then I have meetings scheduled throughout the day, and the time that's left between that 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. window when you suck out the meetings that I've got to go to, that's the only time that I have left to do my work. And so it forces me on those days to be more productive and to get the important stuff done that I had to do. Now, if you are not disciplined with yourself and you let yourself work past 5, past 6, past 7, after dinner, throughout the night, at your computer, at home, and you don't put strict guidelines in place for yourself, then you're inviting yourself to be less productive. And the same is true for all of our team members. If you don't enforce or get people to keep their schedule confined to the hours they want to work, even if it's a flexible schedule, then you're inviting lack of productivity. So restrict your schedule. Now, one way we do this is we batch meetings. So all of the meetings, the one-on-one meetings, the department meetings, our all-hands meetings, all of that takes place on Mondays for us because we didn't want meetings to just creep in throughout the week. We want people to be productive. So one way we did this was to stick all those meetings on Monday mornings. After you get your emails, after the first couple hours of the day, you go into your update meetings, and it's a super great way to confine people's schedules and make it more efficient. So, delegate responsibilities, not tasks. Put some guidelines on your schedule and don't negotiate with yourself. Batch your meetings. And now, the next thing you can do, and this is gonna sound kind of harsh, is you can fire customers or fire employees. Now think about like the 80-20 rule. You've heard that before, that most of your productivity, most of your profit, most of your revenue comes from the smallest percentage of your customers. And in-house, most of your productivity in getting the work done is gonna come from your top performers. So again, like I said, this sounds harsh, but if you've got people that just aren't pulling their weight, it's up to you to make the decision to have real tough conversations with those people on your team. And if it's not working, let them go. Maybe easier would be to let go of customers. So if you can teach yourself to fire the customers that are soaking up the most of your team's energy, causing the most frustration, they're the biggest pains, and you can kind of survey your team and figure out who they are, then just be okay letting them go. Even if they're bringing in a lot of revenue, you've got to be okay doing that. So again, to summarize, your business can be more productive very quickly if you can just force some consistency into your schedule and don't allow that negotiation, batch your meetings, delegate, but delegate responsibilities in the business and not tasks, and then make the hard decisions as soon as you can about people that aren't working out or customers that are a pain. You'll find yourself way more productive.